Yeah, first things first. That plus, I want to still, I don't know, fill out the other 3 deck slots. I was thinking Oloro Ageless Ascetic towards the beginning of this Realm of Legends series, the world from Vigilance Era and whatnot. I was thinking Oloro, and then I just remembered, oh wait, I'm already playing Zur. And Amina too. I have not just 1, but 2 commanders in this color combination. Well, I already got 2 decks playing Esper colors. I'm really think it's probably going to be redundant to make a 3rd. I'm thinking for the time being, I'm going to stick with Narset over here. That is until I feel like making my next deck. And of course we have all this stuff. I just keep forgetting like how many different items like she put into this like playthrough, this world here, whatever we want to call it. It's been over a week and I already forgot just how many items she stuffed into this adventure. Every one of these, depending on which slot it goes in. I mean, yeah, the chest plates, they give you lands, or extra cards in hand, or fewer cards. Okay, extra cards in hand here, but I'm losing 7 starting life. Everything that goes on the chest plate, yeah, like it would just give you a different starting land of some sort, or extra cards in hand. Okay, this one's just giving me a lot of life, but it gives the opponent a free Amulet of Vigor. Yeah, everything that goes on the body, yes. Typically just giving you lands and whatnot. Or just life boosts, or what may have you, I don't know. Yeah, all the boots that give you, like, different types of creatures. 5/5 Eldrazi. Start every game with a 5/5 Eldrazi if you don't mind losing 5 life at the start of the game. I must have like dozens of different types of boots by this point, surely now. Left hand just gives you like a artifact to start with. Or it could be an enchantment, and then the right hand, same thing more or less. Yeah, left, right hands were artifacts. The neck is an enchantment. And then there's just a few special slots, but I still don't feel like changing my loadout. I mean, I could just put a Black Lotus on my left hand and just start with a Black Lotus every game. But I don't feel like bothering to really do that. I mean, it is an option, but still, what if I need to get rid of a problematic artifact or enchantment that an enemy starts with? Because if I put on the Black Lotus, I have to take off the Dispeller's Capsule. I can do my best to be a savior. Planes are threatened by many a mighty legend, but none of equal to the 3 most fearsome. If you can defeat them, I shall give you the temple's 3 most sacred treasures. Which 3 are we speaking of? Kenrith, Derivi, and Giada. I don't believe I've defeated any of them yet. And then I'll probably just get some really rare but powerful white cards if I can do this. I mean, of course. Surely I can. Surely I can with multiple pieces of Power 9. And then honestly just like a really good deck, even without the Power 9, just making it even better. Also haven't really cracked some booster packs open in a while. I think we're going to change that. sounds like something you'd read up in the Kama Sutra. This reads less like a magic card and more like a chapter from the freaking Kama Sutra. Naked Singularity. Cumulative upkeep 3. And all I'm really doing is just pretty much messing with like what all the kinds of lands produce. I'm making them just every land produce all the wrong mana. You're paying way too much mana just, I guess, for that. Still a decent effect, but once I'm paying 5 to put it on the field, and then 3, and then 6 the turn after that, and then 9 the turn after that, it's not worth it. I'd never really liked this sword as much as Sword of Fire and Ice or Feast and Famine. This one's just making my opponent lose life and then me gain life. I mean, protection from red and white is still nothing to really scoff at against, well, the right opponent anyways. Yeah, against a deck that's either or both of those colors, nothing to really scoff at. We can proliferate here and put +1/+1 counters on our creatures with this one, and again, if we find ourselves against the white deck or a blue deck or just those two colors and those two colors only, yeah. Yeah, protection from white and from blue against the right opponent, that could be absolutely backbreaking for them. Anyways, just for the fun of it, because I haven't really opened boosters in a while, I want to go and start cracking some, and I mean, I already have, like, such an insanely good collection. What are the odds I'm gonna get even more? I went to college! What are the odds I'm gonna get more cards that I'm gonna be happy with? I know this is just a reskin of Skrelv Defector Might, which I think I already have. Do I already have Skrelv? I believe I do. And yes, Plankton went to college. I could look. Yeah, I already have Skrelv. I believe I also already own a copy of this, too. If I didn't already have, like, so many good lands to work with. If my mana base wasn't already, like, almost perfect, I'd be happy to pull this. Why is, like, the other guy's, like, head down there? Some questions will just never be answered. Like, what is the other guy, like, at the bottom of the card art? What is he doing to this guy at the top? Oh, Daxos, blessed by the sun. Long time no see. Transformers robot. Oh, it's a mythic rare. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of I mean, at least it only costs 1 mana. Like, sure, I guess. When this aura enters, exile a non-land permanent an opponent controls until this aura leaves the battlefield. That's very playable on Light Pause if I still want to do that deck. Is that a Japanese Plains? I believe it is. Myriad. Whenever this creature attacks for each opponent other than the defending player, this is gonna do nothing in 2-player. And then it's basically just a Serra Angel outside of the Myriad. Grand Arbiter Augustine IV. I guess if I really want to be an asshole, I can play this. This I have already. This I know I have. I could give my creatures indestructible at instant speed. Yeah, she has flash. When a non-angel creature you control dies, transform Archangel Avacyn at the beginning of the next upkeep into this. Deals 3 damage to each other creature and each opponent. Oh yeah, this was like the revisit to Innistrad where Avacyn just started killing all the people she was supposed to protect. Yeah, for some reason Avacyn just started killing everyone. Ah, good times. Aura spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Oh, we'll hold on to this. If I plan to do that Light Pause deck with this guy, it's gonna probably have a shit ton of auras in it. Should probably hold on to that. Disenchant? Oh, 2 disenchants. Just different versions of, but... different printings, but disenchants nonetheless. I think that's decent in a Chulane deck. I can cast it, return one of my other creatures back to my hand, just to go and recast it again and draw another card off Chulane. When are you gonna beat this shit already? I already have, I just wanted to keep playing. I just really want to keep going. Anyways, I mean, if I didn't already have like such a good collection, I don't think I'd be saying this, but I'm not really seeing that much of interest in these packs. I mean, if I was desperately in need of like lands that can tap for 2 colors of mana, but I kind of already have all this stuff sorted out, let's be real. I got just about everything I could want sorted out already. Smothering Tithe. I don't need more than like 1 copy of this. I already own a copy and I'm doing nothing with it. I'd be much more tempted to if you could end up playing against multiple opponents at once, because then each of them would just draw a card guaranteed during their drop steps. So that's just like more opponents that can just give you treasure tokens unless they just pay mana every time they draw a card. Of course, then there's just also to punish anybody who just tries to draw, like, extra cards. Is this where I go sell my cards? Oh, that's the inn, right. Pretty much whatever I don't actually feel like keeping. I'm just gonna go and look for some more, like, enemies to go beat up. Particularly Giada, Kenrith, and Derivi. I feel like just getting some more, like, sacred, quote-unquote, sacred treasures. It's just gonna be, like, two, like, rare, hard to get, but really powerful white cards. And then some random accessory I'm just never gonna use, probably. Okay, this looks like a place that could have... Yeah, this definitely looks like the place where I just find a bunch of angels. Heavenly Sky. Something to do with Luminarch Ascension. This definitely looks like a place where I'd find angels, so... Giada's probably somewhere in here. This looks like, yeah, the place with all the angels. Giada's gonna be at the end of this, I'm sure of it. I can still look at the top card of my deck anytime. Even as I'm about to take a mulligan, which... I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Other than that, I definitely like this hand. Other than having to put a card back. Oh, okay. That's just a land tax. I'll give up Cliff Drop, Top Retreat, so I can get a Mox Diamond on the field, and then just play Arcane Signet on the first turn. Well, next turn anyways. Okay, we'll draw another land. I could play a 4-drop on turn 2 if I had one. Well, I could probably just go counter something at this rate. Oh, Time Warp, wow. I'm 1 mana shy of casting it. Just draw, or better yet, just draw a Mox. That works too. Now I can pay the 5 to take an extra turn. I'll play another land. Now that I have 6 mana, I'll throw Narset into play. I'm gonna go ahead and protect my Glintide to field him with a Force of Will. Sure, take 1 damage. Now, if this wasn't in my hand... If I ended up instead exiling that off the top of my deck... Let's see what Narset does exile when I attack with her. Soul Ring, Path to Exile, sure. I can just easily counter the next thing my opponent tries to do anyways, we're gonna be fine. As I was saying. Bribery, I forgot I had this in here. What's the... Okay, let's just give all my shit indestructible. I don't really think I need to draw any more cards at this point, but anyways. Just because we can. Enchanted creature cannot attack, block, or play any ability that... I mean, it's gonna resolve. Alright, Avacyn can't attack or block anymore. My stuff still has indestructible. Okay, Petty Theft, we'll just put this back into the hand. And... Oh, I should have just attacked with the pilot and won the game. I'm only just delaying the inevitable here for my opponent at this point. Oh, especially since I somehow have enough mana to play and expropriate. I guess Mana Crypt is gonna help me get there. Doesn't matter if I win or lose the coin flip. At that point, what does it matter? I activated the abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated. I'm not sure if that's gonna come up, but I'll hold on to the card just in case it does. If I need to shut down activated abilities of my opponent's creatures. It could come up. Classic Sarah Avenger. 3/3 for 2 mana with Flying or Vigilance, but you have to wait until your 4th turn of the game or later to play it. That's the only caveat. Oh, nice. I don't know, because I'm fond of Restoration Angel, I'll pick up one of those. There's the classic. There's the original Sarah Angel. Well, not the original printing, but probably like the original like angel creature in Magic. If I need to just wipe my opponent's graveyard. I believe I have other ways to do that anyways. Get stuff out of the opponent's graveyard. I'm just gonna duel some more angels. Akroma and 2 of them. Akroma and Kella. Partner. Oh, yeah. If both have partner, you can have 2 commanders, of course. Of course. At the beginning of each combat, till end of turn, each other creature you control gets +1/+1 if it has flying, +1/+1 if it has first strike, and so on for double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, protection, reach, trample, vigilance, and partner. Whenever a commander you control attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Right. I don't know, I wanted to read the whole text box. I'm just seeing, yeah, plenty more legendary creatures I simply never even knew existed. Yeah, let the Youthful Valkyrie hit me, it's fine. Just because I'm gonna have to discard down to 7 cards anyways. Or just exile this thing, and now I'm down to 7 cards in hand. Karoo, you do not see this every day. Anyways. Jeweled Lotus. I can just make 3 mana with this if I spend it on my commander. Narset, turn 3. I don't know the likelihood of me actually getting to 10 mana to cast a time stretch, so I think that's gonna go. Nothing I really want to give haste except for Narset, so... Okay, and now she's dead, and so was Glintai, and now she's dead. Never even got a chance to attack with her. Unfortunate. Shorikai Genesis Engine. I mean, at least with that, I can draw 2 cards, discard a card every single turn unless it gets removed. Really just helping me sculpt my hand as I see fit. Flage, I'm actually gonna go escape him right now. So I'll do 3 damage to Kelith to get rid of it with the ETB trigger. I'll just gain a bit of life. And then I'll have this to start swinging with turn after turn unless it dies. Oh, making my job nice and easy. I'll just make Flage attack, do 3 damage to Kelith again, and then hit for 6 with Flage. I'll just simply do that. And then I'll pass. I'll just counter this with Wash Away. And Ancestral Recall, I'll just draw 3 cards. I don't have 9 mana, clearly. I do have at least 6. Okay, maybe next turn. Once I can start casting instants and sorceries, I'm just gonna get free dragons. Choose a card to discard, don't mind if I do. Just casually discard Gamble. Oh, destroy all non-white creatures. Flage is gonna survive this just fine. Spent like, what, 7 mana just to get rid of 2 1/1 pilots. Honestly, yeah. At that point, it's gonna be nowhere near enough. Oh, I gotta discard 2, right. I mean, at this point, let's just see how many, like, dragons I can shit out here. How many dragons can I make? Because I have, like, a lot of low-cost instants and sorceries that just go casts. I won't even need any of the dragons. I didn't need any of them. And I didn't need to go replay Narset either. Yeah, the deck held up just fine anyways. If I want to play like a creature type of deck, then keeping this might be a good idea. If I bother to even play something centered on a specific creature type, this would just be really solid to include in pretty much any sort of that kind of deck. The girl ahead is a grim expression as she addresses you, so you made it past the others. This floating eyeball literally just won't let me walk right past it. You think I'll be easy since I look young, but I think you'll find my power far greater than you imagine. I'll be sure to pray for you after your ambition leads to your death. This is Giada, right? But who's this? That does not look like a giant floating eyeball. I have Jeweled Lotus in my opening hand again, apparently. So if I attack right now, I just get double blocked here and then Glint dies, so it's like, what's the point? So don't attack here. Get lost, destroys, and then I get 2 map tokens. Oh, at least I get something in return, but yeah, 2 mana, kill my creature. Especially a rather good one. Hopefully Narset's not going to be met with a board wipe or something. I'd say hopefully she's not going to be met with removal, but Hexproof should protect her from a lot of it. Okay, so it looks like I'm free to start attacking. I'll just go in for 3. Let's look at my exiled cards. I can just destroy all the lands. Already. Well, I guess I should, I don't know, put 2 lands into my hand if I do this. Or 1 land and I'll put a Sol Ring in my hand. If I destroy all the creatures, we're gonna lose Narset as well. So I think I'll probably not do that. I mean, if Narset could have survived this, then I would definitely play the board wipe, but I'll just destroy all the lands. Still leaving myself with an Arcane Signet and Sol Ring. But split up in my graveyard, I don't believe I need that in my hands or on top of my deck or wherever the card goes back. I think it's put the card back on top or into the graveyard. I'm attacking for 5 next turn. And even more importantly, are we gonna hit any really good instants and sorceries or non-creature spells? Just the Mox Pearl I can actually cast. I mean, hey, it's definitely something. Anyway, so my opponent is not really doing anything besides attacking with these 2 creatures. And now this Speaker of the Heavens is pretty much useless. I'm gonna try and get Mystical Tutor into my hand. And with that, I'm gonna get Time Stretches in my hand. Expropriate was also in my hand. Temporal Mastery is in my deck. That's gonna go on top of my deck now. So that when I go attack, I'm guaranteed an extra turn here. Make her indestructible while we're at it. This to grave and this to grave. I'm probably not catching them after I just nuked all the lands in the Armageddon just a couple turns ago. Oh, Sol Ring probably got me up to like 6 mana to go and cast the Rite of the Dragon Caller. Meanwhile, my opponent's just stuck on 1 land, doing pretty much nothing with it. Let's see what I can do with my extra turn. Destroy target creature that can't be regenerated as controller puts a... I don't think I need to do that. I'll just give him a random basic land. Okay, sure, I guess you can have a basic land. Grasp of Fate. Targeting... Oh, Rite of the Dragon Caller. In response... I'm gonna draw 3 cards with the Brainstorm and get 1 more dragon onto the field. Brainstorm. I'm gonna put Treasure Cruise and Bribery on top of the deck. I really wanted to see what was in Lyra's deck I could have stolen from myself, but I accidentally won with commander damage. I really wanted to cast that Bribery for free. Okay, I can control my opponent during their next turn with this. 2 copies of Gisela. just by itself is a pretty good creature for 4 mana. A land that lets me draw a card every turn if I'm willing to sink 3 mana into it, but actually I also have to control a creature with power 4 or greater. I mean, if you have the mana lying around, and I guess it's a really slow, grindy game, this could put in some work. So this is gonna be Giada. That's what I thought. So she starts with 50 life. This is just gonna give her life every single time she has a creature enter the battlefield under her control. So 50 is gonna be a lot more than 50. A quick creature gets +1/+1 for each counter on it. Whenever a creature is put into Giada's graveyard, 1 time could sacrifice Angelic Renewal to bring it back. And then this, I know what it does. If 4 turns go by without the opponent losing life, they can just pay 2 mana and make a 4/4 White Angel. Over and over again, which is absurd if they actually get the 4 quest counters on this thing. Oh, but I think we can definitely do something with this hand. I think first things first I'm gonna do, let's see. That's tapped. We're gonna do Mox Pearl. Sol Ring. Azorius Signet. Mox Sapphire. That was the first turn. Pass. Oh, this can still block, right. Top card of my deck is a Timely Ward. Could give something indestructible, I guess. That's 1, 2, 4, 5... I got 7 mana on turn 2, but I'm just missing my 3rd color. 7 mana turn 2, let that sink in. That is just wild. I guess I might as well spend some of that mana. I'll actually keep going. Sacrifice something else. Yeah, I think this is gonna go. Jeweled Lotus I could play off the top. I'll do an Arcane Signet. And then I will do, let's see, do I want to do anything else? I could just force this back into my opponent's hand. If I tap this, I can just do a Petty Theft on Giada here. Alright, let's draw 2 more cards, put Jeweled Lotus onto the battlefield, and pass. Yeah, I believe this is my 3rd turn, and how much mana do I have? 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if we count Jeweled Lotus, 11. Okay, my Prazen Scary is gone. Anyway, that is fine. We'll exile that. Should have probably just cracked this to cast Narset. Now, unless Narset dies, I'm gonna have no use for this. Okay, playing this... Oh, right, it costs 1 less because of the Pearl Medallion. This makes 2, 3... Okay, that checks out. That was like 6 mana exactly. Oh, shit. Fractured identity, now I have a copy. And now I got a copy for myself. What? Oh, wow. Because we can, we'll just cast Mana Crypt. Time Stretch. And just like that, I'm taking 2 more turns. Sure. Lightning Greaves, just go here. I probably have to discard something, but anyways, like, who cares? Oh no, I lose 3 life, what will I ever do? Anyways, attack with everything. This is my first extra turn. And now to see what I exiled. I'm not gonna get rid of my own creatures. There's nothing on the stack to counter. I guess let's just maybe put a few things on the field while we can, before I have to discard down to maximum hand size. Let's just put a few things into play. I'll only discard 1 card. Again, attack with everything on my second extra turn. Drawing even more extra cards. I could just wipe the board of... Why would I kill my own creatures? I see no reason to do that. Let's just shuffle the deck, whatever. Oh, Time Warp. I get another extra turn. What is in exile now that I could cast? I'll just turn this into a frog lizard, whatever. Okay, I think my opponent is finally gonna get to try and do something. Whatever it is not gonna be enough. I'll just mana leak this. Attack with Akroma for game. Alright, that was a hilarious game 1, to say the least. That was nothing short of just amazing. Literally just steal a copy of one of my opponent's better creatures for myself and then just run away with the game with. And then yeah, just watch Giada literally find nothing to out my board. So yeah, she goes first and turn 1 Giada Font of Hope. I'm gonna go and erode that. And that's all I can do. Okay, at least that can't block now, because it just attacked. Play a Talisman. And get stuck with this on my hand again. Well, that was like my source of card draw, now it's gone. Whenever this nail deals combat damage to me, she's gonna draw 2 and discard 1 every time. Supreme Verdict, just gonna wipe the board. discard... Well, actually keep the Arena of Glory. I can exert this to give Narset haste. Those are gonna go. Anyways, I'll probably just keep my mana up to counter something at this rate. Such as... Okay, I think we're back. Yeah, it seems like we're back. Shurikai Genesis Engine. Exert Arena of Glory, yes. And now I can play Narset. And she gets haste. Can attack immediately. And with that, I'm going to have hit Mox Sapphire, and there's no creatures I actually want to destroy. So that will be just about the only thing I actually cast, the Mox Sapphire. Pass. Oh wait, that has 4 quest counters on it, I just noticed. We'll just force her to recast that with no quest counters on it. We'll just reset that back to the way it was before. We'll just go and reset this thing back to no quest counters. Expropriate on the top. First, Rite of the Dragon Caller, and then when I cast my next instance in sorceries, I get a free 5/5 dragon with flying. Choose a card to gain control of. I'll take Giada for myself and an extra turn. And now I'm just gonna deploy the Oculus. Okay, I believe I hit 3 lands and a wash away, so I'm not casting anything this turn off Narset, clearly. Not playing anything there. Non-flying creatures cannot attack. I can attack with the Dragon, Giada, and Oculus, so I still have several win conditions on board. It's just now I can't get any more Narset triggers, unless I can clear the moat. Oh, perfect. I believe I can just pay the overload cost and just put every non-land permanent that she controls. I'll put all of them back into her hand, because why not? And now everything can attack. And with that, Mox Pearl, and there's no creatures I want to get rid of, so it's just gonna be that. Pass. Alright, let's see what you've got. Just Fierce Guardianship this, and make another dragon. And yep, that's Giada dead. Oh, I got a moat! Well, another copy of Moat. So I've had, like, Moat for who knows how long, and I've just been doing absolutely nothing with it. Two more copies of Moat. I didn't know we needed that. My starting life total is only going to continue going up. Each opponent exiles a card from their hand and may play that card for as long as it remains exiled if they pay 1 more to cast it, and the lands they play this way would enter tapped. God, that's a lot going on for just a 1-drop. Oh, 2 power, 1 toughness. Quite a lot going on for a 1 mana creature. They say angels never truly die. I hope that's true. I guess we got some more cards, none of which I honestly feel like playing. Some pretty cool angels in there, but none of which I actually feel like playing, though. So the castle... No, that's just the white obelisk that it had... Who was it that had the Mox Pearl around his neck? I think it was General Jarveld or something, if I'm even pronouncing his name right. Well, I know I've already defeated him and I got the Mox Pearl. Yeah, that's how I got the Mox Pearl. I already did that a while back. So, we're not doing it again. That was the Fallen White Castle. That was also, like, something we've completed a while ago. We've already completed this, so... Alright, keep moving around. This looks like a place I haven't been to yet. Murmuration and Soulcatcher, and somebody selling Sally Pride from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Spectacular Spider-Man. What else do they got for sale here? Protection from black and from red is pretty nice against those 2 colors. So it's just like all like rare white cards, I believe, right? Crusading Knight gets +1/+1 for each swamp your opponent's control and protection from black. I don't feel like reading all that. Exile all artifacts, creatures, enchantments, and/or graveyards. I really like the flexibility you get with this board wipe. Not so much that it costs 6 mana, but... Yeah, also I need to mention that it exiles the permanents it gets rid of. That's worth mentioning. Activated abilities of artifacts can't be activated. If we do find ourselves against an artifact-heavy deck that somehow is kicking our ass, we can just always side in Stony Silence, if we're desperate. Enchant a basic land you control. You just need to have a basic land to exile an opponent's creature or planeswalker until this or the basic land you attach it to leaves the battlefield. 2 mana, get rid of an opponent's creature, just by playing basic lands. Yeah, obviously that is very playable removal. Yeah, I think pretty much like any stage of the game I'd be happy to play that, if I had enough basic lands to justify doing so. Terminus. 6 mana, put all creatures on the bottom of their owner's libraries, or if this is the first card you draw in a turn, you can do it for 1 mana. If I need another way to just clear the board of creatures. Potentially for as little as 1 mana if we get lucky with the top deck. Something about a bunch of birds. Ground Pounders go fall in a ditch. Notice we are running low on birdseed. Think before you peck. So this is every legendary bird creature that was ever printed in one dungeon, right? For each spell you've cast this turn, at the beginning of your end step, create a 1/2 blue... Create a Stormcrow every end step for each spell you cast each turn. Those are gonna come in as 2/3s. Should definitely get rid of this as soon as possible. I'm starting to think that should go as soon as I can get rid of it. That should probably be the first thing that just goes. Unless I want to be staring down a bunch of Stormcrows. Okay, this is just the... Oh, protection from creatures is pretty nice. I'll have to admit, that is pretty nice. Anyway, should have done this on turn 2 and then Volcanic Island on turn 3, but oh well. I believe that knight has... Yes, it has first strike. Yeah, before it just goes swinging all willy-nilly. I don't want to attack into this first striker. Unless I just, I don't know, discard a card to pump its power. I'll just play Narset turn 3 instead. Sure, I lose a bit of life, but anyways, like, who cares? So this can actually block and kill Narset. Both of these have first strike. And that's exactly what my opponent just went and did. I still have a free Shorokai Genesis engine. I guess if it makes me feel any better. Alright, once I can start playing instants and sorceries, I'm just gonna get a ton of free value. That would have been amazing as a top deck with Narset, but unfortunately, might have just been like something would have gotten stuck into my hand, let's be real. And now I have to discard a card. Okay. Another first striker. I don't have 9 mana yet. I'm probably getting close. Just getting that out of the way with a road. So I can attack freely with Glint-Eye and draw some more cards. Pass. I'll just counter that. Isn't this like the aura that gives +1/+1 for each planes? Each planes you control, yeah. So that would have been +5/+5. Well, yeah, I'll just counter it. Can I exert Arena of Glory? And then replay Narset? Oh! Why even bother exerting this? Why even bother going through the extra hoops to give her haste if she'll just enter tapped anyways and not be allowed to attack? Can't attack with her anyway, so what was the point of that? I'm gonna delve 7 cards with Treasure Cruise here. 1 mana, draw 3 cards, and then make another Flying Dragon. just because I don't feel like paying mana to attack. And I'll get another 5/5 dragon. I simply won't need another turn here. I'm not gonna need another turn with all those dragons attacking. Exile all multicolored permanents. Three damage to target creature for 5 mana. I'm paying 5 mana to do 3 damage to a creature. If that creature is an enchantment, oh, it gets better. In very niche scenarios, it also does 3 damage to the creature controller. In a very unlikely scenario, there's not that many creatures that are also enchantments. I mean, in Theros block, more likely you would have been actually getting the extra 3 damage to the creature's controller. But even then, this is still terrible, terrible rate. Even in the best case scenario, this is still a horrible rate for 5 mana. I still look back at, like, old Theros block and, like, I just have to, like, scratch my head as to, like, why some of the removal is just so bad in, like, original Theros block. I think there's like a 6 mana sorcery that kills a creature and makes the opponent lose 2 life, but yeah, 6 mana to get rid of a creature. To be like competitively viable, ideally you should be getting rid of it for 2 mana or less. 3 maybe could be acceptable. I'd say 3 is acceptable if it can handle multiple types of permanents. But nah, 6 mana. What's next? An arm, a leg, a kidney, and 8 mana to get rid of a single creature. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Again, I probably just want this to go away as soon as possible. I want that off the field. I'll just do a careful study and see what I can draw into. The board wipe might come in handy. Oh, Vigilance. This is getting Vigilance from the Murmuration over here. Sure. I'll just throw that back in the opponent's hand. Attack, and draw 2, and that's all I can do right now. Fine, Into the Pit is gone. Let's play another land. I'll drop a Signet into play. Draw 2 more cards this way. Have to pitch one of them. That is gonna be fine. Mox Diamond. Oh yeah, we'll play Mox Diamonds. That's 3 lands, a Signet, and a Mox Diamond. This would be... If I do that, I have a total of 6 mana now. Pass. I know exactly what that is. Alright, no blocks. attack. Path to Exile, get rid of this. Not like I'm actually going to really use it, especially if Narset sticks around, then I have zero use for a Jeweled Lotus, but I'll play it anyways. I guess just still put this on the field regardless. That's gonna go, and I think this is gonna go. Everything flies. It's not like I can block it. Alright, so let's see if you're ready for this. I am going to cast, because this is indestructible, Narset, I am going to cast Supreme Verdict. And now I'm attacking into, like, pretty much an empty board. Yeah, that's about all I'm doing. Sure. And a free Stormcrow, because why not? Not bad. I'm gonna stock up, and Black Lotus, 3 lands and a Lightning Bolt. I can shuffle my deck, I guess. Those cards went on the bottom of the deck anyways, so why bother? I want to hit something, like, a little bit more exciting with... Yeah, I want to hit something more exciting with the Narset trigger than just a Mox Pearl. Lightning Bolt the Kaikar wins Fury. And let's see what I've hit. Oh, Armageddon. I can just leave my opponent with no lands at all. Pretty much leave them unable to cast any spells, pretty much. Oh. I'm not really playing anything either because, yeah, my lands are gone too. Obviously, I'm also losing lands. Obviously, I don't have 5 mana, I just played an Armageddon. Yeah, clearly, at least I still got, like, the better creature to just be attacking with. I think Flage'll will just go into my hand. Even though, yeah, how am I supposed to play it right now? Or I'll just get this last Stormcrow off the field. Alright, Flage is gone, now Solitude's gone, but... yeah, I'm gonna be attacking into more or less an empty board. Like, pretty much a completely empty board I'll just be attacking into. Maybe if I somehow get the 5 mana, I can just drop a treasure. I can just drop a Time Warp. Stifle, counter Ring of Thune's ability. What ability? What oh, at the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on equipped creature. What equipped creature? I don't know, I guess Kaikar just wants to feel like he's important. I guess he just wants to feel like he could do something. Mana Crypt. Gamble. Anyways. Bribery. Choose any creature from my opponent's deck, put it directly into the onto the battlefield. And just put it straight into play under my control. My opponent's running freaking Bird Maiden all the way from like 1993. They're running Bird Maiden. What does this do when it enters? Cast an instant from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. Do I have a good target? What's my best? I'll just copy Mystical Tutor again. So yeah, I guess next turn I'm gonna be playing Temporal Mastery for 2 mana. I got an extra turn. Yeah, at this point the game is pretty much decided. I'll just win with my I'll just win with my extra turn. All I have to do is just, like, yeah, 5 damage here. I'll sell everything back. I don't think I want to. I don't know how many floors this dungeon has. Might not want to fight every single bird in here tonight. It's getting late. I think at the very least I'm gonna clear out this ground floor for sure. Unless I literally can't beat Balmor, Battle Mage Captain. Sure, we're giving this hand a try. This is gonna go back in my opponent's hand. Forgot to attack, oh well. Yeah, now I'll attack and just draw 2 cards. I'll pass. Return a... Oh, Sink into Stupor. Return a spell or non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Alright. I'll just let this hit me for 1, it's fine. Don't play black or green. How am I gonna get Glint-Eye back onto the battlefield? It's probably not gonna be... I'm probably not getting this back into play, most likely. This can make mana of any color, but I need, like, one of my other lands that can do that as well, or I'm probably never playing this again. What I guess I will do is... That's a land card. Brainstorm. Bloodstained Mire closest to the top. We'll just do that. I'm gonna go ahead and discard down to maximum hand size. Glint-Eye, sorry, but you gotta go. Alright, let's just do Bribery again. What's the best creature in Balmor's deck I can steal? Alright, what's the highest converted mana cost? Which is the one that has the highest converted mana cost? Earth Elemental has 6. What's the best creature in here? Nothing stands out as like the best creature that I just can get crazy value for. What does Archmage Emeritus do again? Is this like every time I play an instant or sorcery, I draw a card? Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card. Okay, all my instants and sorceries are just gonna be free, like, draw spells. I think I want to be able to cast that, but... probably next turn. Okay, we'll do Treasure Cruise. Delve all. We'll just exile all 7 cards out of my graveyard. And this will let me draw an extra card, so I'm gonna get 4 total here. Play Sol Ring, because we can. And then from there, I think I have to just... I could have just attacked. Oh well. I'll pass. Okay, sure. I'll just replace this with like a fish token. And draw another card. Play Jeweled Lotus. I'll cast the Time Warp, giving myself an extra turn. And of course draw another card. Two Moxen into my hand. Gamble. I'll try and grab a Mystical Tutor, hopefully not immediately discard it. I did just discard it. So I think I still have an extra turn. Yes, I do. Wait, I actually have 9 mana? 5, I have 6. 7, 8. Yeah, I can get up to 9 mana with this. Yeah, Mox Hero, Mox Diamond, Sol Ring, that gets us to 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll get it. And okay, my opponent also voted time, so I'm just getting 2 extra turns here. Not just 1 extra turn, but 2. I'll play Narset with the first extra turn, and then she will attack on the second. Imagine if I get to take even more extra turns. It does not look like I do, but... anyways. I'll just steal myself a copy of Soul Catcher. Yeah, I know, not very impressive. But anyways. 3 damage to target creature, Planeswalker. No, I'm gonna go ahead and counter that. Give my opponent a free bird token. Because yeah, I like drawing cards every single time I play an instant or sorcery. My deck has a lot of those. I'll attack like this. And then, let's see what I exile this turn. Oh. Another extra turn spell. Can I actually cast this? Sure, Inspired Ultimatum. I'll gain 5 life, do 5 damage to the Battle Mage Captain, whatever his name is, and draw 5 cards. Just don't think it really matters at this point what I do. I'm so far ahead, it's not even funny. Oh right, this can't exile tokens. I literally just forgot. I'll just discard 2 random cards I don't really think I'm going to need anymore at this point. Hydroelectric Specimen, that is fine. Erode. And goodbye, Balor. It was nice knowing you. X damage to each creature and planeswalker you don't control, where X is the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard, so it's basically a one-sided board wipe, but for 6 mana. Or 0 if I'm just exiling it off the top of my deck with Narset. With a lot of instants and sorceries in my deck, this could probably do a lot of damage. That X could probably be a pretty high value in the deck I'm playing. Okay, we can play a Drainpipe Vermin. Nah, I'll pass. What does this next floor look like? Yeah, we can save this for another day. We'll save this for some other time, it's fine. I mean, I was about to say if I was near a town. I'm not that far from a town, so I'm just gonna go sell the Spoils of War from tonight. Just gonna go sell the extra cards I won that I don't care about. And probably still go through and just dump whatever cards I don't think I'll ever be using. There's probably like a lot of decks we can build here at the rate we're going. We're probably just not actually ever get around to building them. I only have 3 like unused like deck slots left. And I still think I already know what I want one of them to be. If it wasn't so late at night, I'd probably start putting it together right now. Exile target attacking creature. For 2 mana, actually not too bad. I already have this. I do not need another. So yeah, 577,000 gold and counting. I'll just... Just for now, yeah, that's a wrap.